Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight, the start of a 3-game interleague series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Phil Hughes is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Minnesota. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got an ERA of under 3.5, which is pretty decent for a starter. Pretty good chance that we'll see a good start from him here in this one.
Brock Holt heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Left fielder, number 34.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Worth moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
I think this team really needs to find that right balance between power and speed. They've got them both, but you can't rely too heavily on the long ball, and you also can't run yourselves out of potential run-scoring opportunities. So mix it together well.
Hughes steps into the windup. Here it is. Ben Revere is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. And EK, we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And in terms of the homestand, they've won 2 and lost 2. So not much to say about that, except you hate to give away games at home. You'd like to see a little more consistent effort going forward.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Line softly out toward left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, not only was that pitch bearing in tight on him, but it got there in a hurry. You can see he's barely able to get the bat through the zone, but somehow he manages to steer it into left field for a base hit.
Brandon Jordan will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
Before the first pitch, a check at first, and the runner back.
Keeping him close.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
The 0-2 home. Chopped weakly to the left. And indeed, he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Matty. Trevor Plouffe has really come into his own. He's a guy that can play both in the infield and the outfield, but really he thrives at the hot corner. He's got quick reactions, soft hands, just really makes it look easy out there.
Michael Franco will stand in, and he's certainly a dangerous man up there, currently second in the National League in RBIs.
Yeah, and you guys know he's definitely been one of the best run producers in the sport over the last several weeks. I'm sure his guys are hoping that he can keep it up all the way into the fall.
And that's in there for strike one. And there are the league leaders in RBIs that we referenced a moment ago. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
That's a really good 12-6 curveball there. And he'll throw that on any count, even when he's behind, because he has such confidence in that pitch.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Up with it, Alley. But the throw is late, so the inning will continue after the strikeout pitch gets away. And not what he wanted to do there, as now they'll need 4 outs to get out of this inning. Adrian Beltre will stand in here with a chance to pad his RBI total. And as you can see, he currently sits 3rd in the National League in that category.
Yeah, and the vet still got it. And it's so big for a team when they've got an experienced guy like him that produces in a huge way on the field as well as off.
Trying to escape unscathed here in the first.
1-0.
Lays off 1-0.
And with 2 outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Well, don't let them score on a wild pitch.
Hit on the ground to short. Gloved by Santana. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple, and now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Scott Kazmir gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, in his last start, ended up taking the loss. Didn't go deep, only threw 5 innings, so hopefully he can get into the 7th or 8th in this one.
Steve Alley comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Catcher, Steve Alley.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, have got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, but they've got a tough assignment on the mound here tonight, so they're going to have their hands full. But the way they've been playing, I get the sense that no one in that dugout's too concerned.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3-1 now.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now. 3-2. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
And remember, he's coming off a loss in his last start. So if he keeps doing things like walking the leadoff guy, he'll be in trouble here too.
Danny Santana gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
You know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
And the runner will get back standing. Runners going. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Nobody out, runner on first. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Tap fouled at home plate. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Revere is under it. One down. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, I'm definitely excited to see the werewolf, Jason Worth, take the field. He's one of the tougher outs around, and he's among the American League leaders in on-base percentage. He brings a very patient approach to the plate, and he's not afraid to take a walk if he doesn't get what he wants. That, and he's a very good hitter, too.
First offering on its way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Now a snap throw to first. Runner's back. And another snap throw to the bag. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
He's running again. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
If you're a stolen base kind of guy, most of your stolen bases are on the pitcher, not the catcher. But this was a slide step that he used right here, and he still stole the base. I think you got to blame the catcher for this one.
One out and a runner on second base. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Right side, hit hard. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Brian Dozier will stand in now, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
And not bad for a second baseman. There are some good ones, but second base isn't typically where you'd expect to have one of your best hitters.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. Back in standing. He's set. Here it comes. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. chop foul over towards the coaching box. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
This guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Hard liner to center field. And there's a base hit as the runner will score from third, and the Twins are on the board first, 1-0.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Joe Mauer will get his first shot here. As you can see, he currently leads the junior circuit in hitting.
Well, right now, he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. And he misses with it, 1-1. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ballgame. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And another foul ball. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. This is line to left, and that's in there, base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Just amazing what this guy's done with the bat this year. I mean, even when he's in a 2-strike hole, he still finds a way to come through.
Trevor Plouffe has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
Good setup, and the circle change hits the spot. 0-1.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. You got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Up to an even 30 pitches here in the first inning. And he falls behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, we've got the big man behind the plate, Salvador Perez. We all know what he means to this game. how he impacts it defensively, gives you a little pop on the offensive side, but most importantly, a clubhouse leader. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with one swing.
Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. Would have been a grand slam if he'd straightened it out. Instead, it's a foul ball. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. To 2-2 now.
I think he saw stars in his eyes there. He was thinking grand slam on that one.
Lofted in the air out to right field. Jordan on the move. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Twins forced to settle for 1. On to the second inning now for Minneapolis. It's the Twins 1 and the Phillies nothing. Darren Ruff makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
19, Darren Ruff.
And Hughes gets ahead with the fastball for strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Got him.
Let's get in tight to take a look at the grip there on that last curveball. You can see by his fingers, this is going to be more of an overhand curve. And he'll just sort of pull down on it like he's pulling down a curtain.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Hughes gets the sign. 1-0 on its way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
That's a nice comeback from down in the count, 2-0. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just start laying pitches in there. He had a good plan to start with, and then he executed that plan all the way through the at-bat.
Stepping in now, Amos Hinton. Hot shot on the ground is short. He had a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Hughes looking strong that half of the inning. Still working on a 1-0 lead. Adrian Baez will stand in here. 1 for 4 in Sunday's ball game.
Designated hitter, Adrian Baez.
Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. ripped on the ground to first. Ruff scoops it up, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Aaron Hicks will get his first shot down, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Well, you know you're talking about a nice streak when you get up over 10 games in a row, and now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Steve Alley will stand in for a second time. He drew a base on balls to lead off the home first.
And you know, Matty, it was a really good at-bat he put together, too. He saw a lot of pitches, and that's exactly what you want from your leadoff guy.
First delivery to him on the way. Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. So he's in safely there following the 1-out steal of second. And with that, we take you to our team leaderboard to display the clubs with the most stolen bases so far this year.
Well, Matt, they're near the top of the league in that category. You can see right here. They've definitely got some wheels in this lineup. If you don't keep these guys close, they will run on you all game long.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. Oh, 0-2, here it comes. Way outside. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, a little surprising you wouldn't pull the trigger on that one right there. This isn't anything fancy. Just a right over the top 4-seam fastball. Absolutely frozen.
Into the box now, Danny Santana. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Freddie Galvis steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. 1 out.
The left fielder, number 34, Brock Holt.
Brock Holt will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
And there's the fastball from Hughes. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, it didn't look like there was anything too special about this ground ball. Just looked like he maybe raised his head a little bit there, and that'll cost him a one-out base runner.
Here's Ben Revere. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Worth is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Brandon Jordan.
Into the box now, Brandon Jordan. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
Hughes comes set. Here's the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2. And now the runners will get a head start here with 2 away.
And that's an important factor, too, because that's the tying run over there at first base. So he's likely scoring on an extra base hit.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Smoke toward third. Kluth has it. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Phillies strand 1. They still trail 1-0. Jason Worth digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Right fielder, Jason Worth.
Into the windup and the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
This is in the air out to straightaway center. After it is Revere, 1 away.
Yeah, a dangerous pitch right there. 2-0 to a middle-of-the-order guy, and he gets away with it and gets him to lift an easy fly ball.
1 away, and that'll bring in the power-hitting second baseman, Brian Dozier. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Now he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
So here's Joe Mauer. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Now a snap move over to first. And the runner back safely. Runner at first here, one man out. And another snap throw to the bag. And he'll dive back in safely. Down and away, ball one.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
And when you're trying to think down in the zone, that's a pitch you're just not prepared to see. I think it just caught him off guard there as this is in there at the letters.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the 3rd inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
3-0 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Oh, and you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Oswaldo Arcia stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Revere is after it. He's there, but oh, he missed it. And the runner from second is in to score. The relay throw, and he is in there.
Well, this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole out there on the mound. This is all his own fault. And both of those runners are going to come around to score on what works out to be a 2-run triple.
Adrian Baez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. from the stretch. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Now the pitching coach is going to come in and have a word with him. Here in the third, this is probably just to try and clean out the negative and put a positive thought in his head. You know, something like, I've seen you work out of jams like this many times before. I know you can do it again.
Aaron Hicks steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. And he just manages to get his hand in. The 1-0 delivery. That's inside. 2-0.
And you kind of get the sense that his head isn't in it right now. You got to put all your concentration into that hitter. You can leave worrying about the pass for your film session tomorrow.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Runners off for second. Pitch outside the throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. No errors and no one left on base. 3 innings complete. It's the Twins 4 and the Phillies nothing. Leading off the inning, Maikel Franco. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Circle change here, but it's taken for ball 2. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. Looking to avoid his first walk. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Adrian Beltre stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And a dive, but he's back in. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. Nothing in 2 now.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone.
I think he bounced back okay from the walk. 3 pitches, see you later.
Darren Ruff in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
And Matt, that was a pretty nasty breaking ball that buckled him last time up. So it'll be interesting to see if they attack him with the breaking ball again here.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Throw over to first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily.
Keeping an eye on him.
Here it comes on 1-1. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. The tag by Dozier. He is out at second base.
Well, that's just good execution right there. Pitcher slide steps. That makes it easier and quicker for the catcher to handle the ball. He gets a good throw off to second base, and they get their guy.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. They trail here 4-0. Aaron Hicks is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher
Steve Alley stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
1 out, nobody on. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. That last pitch, number 80 for Kazmir. Grounded to third. Beltre has it. Throw to first gets him, so Kazmir's looking good to start the inning.
And here's a guy that needed a quick inning after giving up 3 runs the last time around. He's got the first 2 outs here. He's looking a lot more determined out there now.
Danny Santana will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Out in front of it, strike one. Kazmir into the windup. Here's the 0-1. On the ground up the middle. Franco has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They lead it 4-0. Leading off the inning, Salvador Perez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Hughes is ready. First pitch on the way. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. Around first, on his way to second now. Well, unfortunately, it appears he's going to be forced out of the game with what looks like a lower right arm injury. And it could be a number of issues, of course, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. Bryant Kalita will be summoned now to take over following the injury.
Bryant Kalita.
Amos Hinton will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. A good job there to pick up his 16th double of the year. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
You learn a lot in your first year in the big leagues. I mean, this is a guy that's never struggled in his whole life. Now he's in the big leagues, and it's a whole new ballgame. You've got to learn to adjust pretty darn quickly up here.
Standing in now, Freddie Galvis changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. gets a small piece near the plate. Foul ball, however, strike one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Here's the 3-1. And the count will be full. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. 1 out and a runner on second base. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Brock Holt steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And there's ball 1. Up high, 2-1 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Smoke toward the hole, and that is into right field, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away. Ben Revere will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Here comes the first pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Even though you're down 4, you don't need to get them all back in one swing. Just think line drive.
Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score. On to first, but not in time. He beats it out to keep the inning alive, and the run is in to score.
Yeah, really no shot at 2 on a high chopper like that one. They do wind up getting the force at second, but that runner from third is able to just waltz in and score.
Brandon Jordan will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. Runner back safely. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-0 delivery. 2-0 now.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
Down the third baseline. But this will get foul. 2-1. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And this is hit in the air over toward the left field line. Arcia is there. And the inning is over. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Twins 4 and the Phillies 1. Jason Worth will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Good fastball there by Kazmir. 0-1.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the 5th. That has to be a concern.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Too high. 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Hard hit ball to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Another example here. This is right over the middle of the plate. It's elevated a bit. Just a complete miss in location, and they jump on him again.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound. And that's going to spell the end of the evening for Scott Kazmir. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Marco Estrada is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Brian Dozier will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. First pitch of the at-bat. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Yeah. Nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
Here comes the 0-1. Hit to short. Bronco fields it cleanly. Galvis on to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Oh, it's just so nice to be able to bring in a reliever that can get you a ground ball. Sure enough, first batter he faces, he gets him to hit the ball on the ground, and it turns into a very important double play.
So here's Joe Mauer. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. And a high strike there. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Pulled toward right center field. Jordan has it in his tracks, and that ends the inning. Twins retired in short order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Maikel Franco will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Hit sharply toward the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Well, that hit extends his streak to lucky number 13 now. That's almost 2 full weeks where he's been swinging it.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. There to play it is Arcia for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Darren Ruff.
Darren Ruff will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw not in time as he steals second.
We've already seen the ball's not really traveling all that well here tonight. So both these managers might start thinking, we got to shake it up a little here offensively. So they turn him loose here, and he's into scoring position with the stolen base.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now. Due up next is Salvador Perez. Sixth inning, 4-1 is our score. And that's over. 3-1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now. 3-2.
And this has been his problem all night long. Just keeps going after pitches that he should be watching.
And a fastball misses there. Ball four.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3-2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
Salvador Perez steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
And the Phils know that one key hit here could make a big impact on the outcome of the ball game.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Chop foul at the plate. Strike one.
Salvador Perez is a multiple Gold Glove winner behind the plate, including in 2015. but he can definitely do some damage with the bat as well.
Squared that one up just a little late. Yeah, Perez is just a fantastic all-around player, and you know he was the first catcher since 1992 to be named World Series MVP.
Well, Matt, he's what we call TP, total package.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
Well, you know it's just the 6th inning, but you kind of get the sense that they need to come up with something here. So that could be a really costly strikeout.
Amos Hinton strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. 2 down, runners at first and second. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position. Nope.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Trevor Plouffe gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Third baseman, Trevor Plouffe.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1-2-3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get the matchup with the
Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 5 on the year as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, normally when you hear guys talking about pitches that hang, they're talking about the curveball, maybe a slider. But this is a cut fastball. It just hangs. You see it there. Just right out over the heart of the plate, and he doesn't miss it.
Now batting.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia.
Oswaldo Arcia.
As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. fastball runs away for ball 2, 2-1. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Adrian Baez.
Adrian Baez digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. High in the air out to center field. Revere has a beat on it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
The center
Yeah,
fielder,
once the
number
sun goes
32,
down here, this place
Aaron
plays like a much different ballpark. Case in point right there. That ball had no carry whatsoever.
Aaron Hicks will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Into the seats. 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. But the Twins add on thanks to this solo shot. The 9 1-2 hitters due up to start the 7th. It's the Twins 5 and the Phillies 1. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Ian Kroll is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
46, Ian Kroll.
Freddie Galvis will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Freddie Galvis.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Underhanded flip, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well, let's just see if we can slow this way down and see the point of impact. He's going to be bunched up a little bit on this one and get it right down below the label, and sure enough, that's a great shot right there. This bat just explodes on impact.
Here's Brock Holt now. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Center fielder, number 2.
This little 4-game run they've been on, it's been a good one. But unless things change in a hurry, it's looking like that win streak's going to end right here.
Ben Revere stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you've got to be ready to try and turn on something.
2-1. Here it is. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Plouffe has got it, and the side is retired.
It's time.
3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down here 5-1. Justin DeFreitas will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Justin DeFreitas.
Steve Alley will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
Steve Alley.
Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Around first, digging for 2 now. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Well, that was a slider, but he didn't seem to have too much trouble with that one. He rips it right down the line. He'll wind up making it into second with a leadoff double.
Into the box, Danny Santana. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Ready with the 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. A quick out number 1.
And this inning's going exactly to plan. You get the leadoff double, then a ground ball to the right side by your number 2 hitter moves him over to third. Now you're set up for the big boys to drive him in.
Jason Worth ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. 1 out and a runner on third. Hit hard toward the right side, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Just a tough break right there. Not much you can do about that one. This ball is a laser, but it's right at his man, and that forces the guy to hold on at third with 2 away now.
Here's Brian Dozier now. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Lifted in the air to center field. Revere is under it. And that retires the side. One left for Minnesota. They're up 5-1. Brandon Jordan will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Line drive to left. Garcia has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
The batter, number 7.
Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. Striding into the box, Maikel Franco. He singled his last time up.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
First pitch on its way. And he takes ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Well, I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. You know, a pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
The 2-1 on its way. All even now, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Due to follow here is Adrian Beltre. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Full count, here it comes. Drives it the other way to deep right. Worth going back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. The throw into second, and a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
You know, I wasn't quite sure where this ball was going to come down. You can see he just drives this one up into the night sky. During the daytime, maybe it's out of here, but at night, this one's going to bounce off the base of the wall, and he's able to cruise into second with a well-hit double.
Adrian Beltre will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
On the ground to third. Blue fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time to retire Beltre, and there's out number 2. There's a look at our line score showing the home-standing Twins on top here in Minneapolis as they look to close this one out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren Ruff. He drew a walk his first time up. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, a lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
2 out here and a runner at second. Line drive, base hit left field. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
You kind of wonder why guys would pitch to him in this situation. You know someone wants to end this streak, but he just finds a way to get another hit.
Now pitching for the Twins.
New pitcher coming on now as they'll hand it off to Casey Fiend here. Salvador Perez will be the first one to greet him now, as he'll do so with runners at the corners and 2 out in the inning.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guys, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Not close. It's 2-0. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Oh, and this is lined into right center field. That's a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 5-2 game.
Well, apparently they've still got a pulse here. A run is in to score on the base hit, and now with another hit or 2, they could really make this interesting.
Amos Hinton steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Ground ball right side. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Phillies will have to be content with just the 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Twins 5 and the Phillies 2. Joe Mauer will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Leading off for the Twins, first baseman, Joe Mauer.
And a slider tails outside for ball 1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Holt arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
Third baseman, number 24, Trevor Plouffe.
Stepping in, Trevor Plouffe. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
I can't imagine they're going to give him anything to hit this time around.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. This is in the air to left field. Holt has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're still out in front 5-2. A shot there of St. Paul, Minnesota, just down I-94 from where we are as we're set for the 9th inning in this one. Glenn Perkins is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Glenn Perkins.
Freddie Galvis will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Perkins comes set, coming at him with the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
You want to see what a good hard slider can do when you get it in on the label? Here you go in show motion. That is effective pitching, let me tell you.
Here's Brock Holt now, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. The 0-1 on its way. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting them with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Here's Ben Revere. Grounded foul. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Drilled to the left side. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Some guys, you almost do him a favor if you pitch away from him. Here, he's just doing what he does best. Great balance here. Good swing path, and he drives it the other way.
Stepping in now, Brandon Jordan, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And it's quickly 0-2. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, here's a pitch that just definitely gets away from him. Pretty sure you're not going to try to hit a guy on an 0-2 count with 2 outs. But hey, this is new life for these guys, and you got to find a way to make this one work out for you.
Michael Franco steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
And that came after a long battle at the plate. And he was able to stay patient and finally got a pitch that he could drive.
He's set, and the pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
2 down, runners at first and second. Here's a shot to right field. That's falling for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 5-3 ball game.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Now the Twins are going to get a lefty up and throwing in the bullpen. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And the runner back easily.
Just checking.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, as he swings and pops this one foul off to the right, out of play. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And now this crowd, estimated at around 26,000 fans, comes to their feet. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And Beltre wisely lays off that one. 1-2. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Just hung in there on that one. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. hit to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Throw on to first here is going to do it, and the Twins have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Well, that's a good all-around performance, and hey, look at it this way. They're 1-0 here to start the summer off as they get it started with a W.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't